We are TFR, Truth Frequency Radio.
Happy Friday, my friend.
Good morning, TFR.
Good morning.
Hi, this is Alan. I like Ironworx because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the Ironworx on TFR.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Iron Realm Media is the best on the planet. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to The Ironworx with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the Ironworx and become an Iron Scout.
It's Friday, my dudes.
And a happy Friday to you all.
Thank God it's Friday.
Yeah, TGIF. Welcome to the Ironworx right here on Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. There, that sounds a little bit better in my headphones. Welcome, fellas.
Howdy, howdy. We're here. Well, I am. I'm not sure if anybody else is. I'm not sure if I am. Actually, I'm lying. I'm a liar. I don't know if I'm here or not.
Can you hear me, Walter?
Ah, there you are. But it's having a hard time.
Okay, I knew Josh could hear me.
I could. I do. I hears it. Shout out to everybody there in chat. Good morning, all.
I'm busy saying hello to them individually.
I even managed to get Rockfin on. Big shout out to
Rockfin.
Tom Nixon and Andrew B over there hanging out this morning.
What's up, Tom? What's up, Andrew? Andrew, we have got to play, man. I saw you were on when I got off last night. So we just got to get our timing down.
Me and Walt robbed a drug dealer last night.
Yeah. What? 3 million? 2 point? What was it? So how was the week, ladies and gentlemen? Or gentlemen, I guess, for now.
It drug. It was a long-ass week. Yep.
Yeah.
How about you, Zachary?
It's kind of been like the week before Christmas.
Oh, right. right. I forgot.
I woke up and started thinking about it. As soon as my alarm went off, I was thinking, is today the day? Is my test?
Yeah, Christmas.
I go back to bed. Will I be here when I get up? Yeah, so that's what's been on my mind. Everything else is kind of, it comes and goes, and there's that Tesla coil. We'll see. I'm hoping it's pretty good quality. It's from a mom and pop store type thing. They build them out of their house, I believe. And if it's a good quality, I'm going to give them a buzz and see if I can't get some people discounts. Maybe hand out like coupons or something like that at Flattoberfest, or, whatever codes or something like that. Maybe I can get some stuff for free, maybe, if enough people buy them, because it was really reasonably priced. There's so many people out there making Tesla coils now that the prices are starting to come down a little bit. Yeah, so hopefully these are some pretty good quality stuffs. And if they are, I'll be sharing that information with everybody. And yeah, because I couldn't believe the price, really. So I'm excited, super excited. Can't wait. I can't wait to see all those gases light up how they're supposed to. I don't know how long I've had those gases now. It's been a little while. But I am so proud of myself that I didn't destroy my other Tesla coil.
Don't forget that stencil on the paint for the IRM logo.
Laser etched, baby.
How about you, Walter? How was your week?
My week was good. It's been a little off for me just because I had to go a little heavier into a back relief than I wished. I've done something, I don't know, either the little guitar that I got has got me hunched over too much, or moving poundages of litter about the house. Something I've done. As Josh can tell you from last week, having a funky back just kind of makes things funky. So I finally just took a relaxing thing that's I usually don't like to mess with, and yeah, it relaxed me. I slept till 2 o'clock yesterday, Zach? Was that what time I finally answered you?
Yeah, I think so.
I hate that. Then you wake up all zombified, and yeah. But on the other hand, I have got my little guitar, and I've been learning a new little guitar song, so I'll hopefully learn it all and make a little video with my little baby, my Shaboolie. It's so cute. I'm looking at it over here right now. Anyway, playing that little guitar is maybe go digging back into the Van Halen catalog, which I haven't really done since he passed. And every time I do, I always go, man, what a great band. Man, what a cheesy singer. Oh, but anyway, I digress. And then reading through some of these old magazines, it's really got me in a very a melancholy almost type mood. I don't know, just a lot of like, wow, I forgot about that, and a lot of like, oh man, I remember the exact place I was when I read this article in like 5th grade, that kind of thing. So yeah, just lots of weird layering of memories, emotions. I know and I've also had, because of my back, had to do a lot of like massages, back using the percussion massager, me sitting on the shiatsu thing. So anytime you start playing around in your muscles and really digging in, you're going to release emotions. It's just one of the things some people may not understand, but definitely there's lots of emotions trapped in your body, and they have to get out. I'm working on getting to the point where I can roll around on the floor again like the cats. Man, I watch them do it and am so envious.
I wish I could do stuff like that.
And I have been a cat a bit off and on this week. I was going to wait for a bit, see if it would go down a bit on the price. And then I said, I've been waiting a long time for this game. I'm going to go ahead and grab it now. So I got the cat game. That's what most people call it, the cat game. But yeah, Stray, highly recommend it. If you're a gamer in any manner, it's a very enjoyable experience. You don't even have to be a cat lover, owner, any of that. It's just a great puzzler overall, great setting, really well handled. And been playing that, enjoying that a lot. So, and then had a visit from my son Wednesday. I took off and went to eat with Michelle and stuff. My son came over. That must have been yesterday for a little while. Yeah, it was, Lord. I'm out of it again. Like I said, having that sleeping all day thing. But so yeah, good week. Good week. Unfortunately, the week came with a bit of bad news. Highly anticipated, excited about it. Couldn't wait to see him again because he's definitely a friend. We were looking forward to having Campbell this evening with us, but unfortunately, when I got up yesterday at 2:00, he had emailed me a little earlier saying that he would not be able to make it. Unfortunately, he had something come up, and as much as he hated missing it, he would have to reschedule. So,
yeah, just hope everything's all right.
Yeah. In fact, as I said that, I was like, I did respond to him and then I did look back, but never heard back because of our time difference. But yeah, in my response to, is everything good? Do you need anything? Can I help you in any way? He said, thanks, mate. Just need some time. So apparently, like I said, I figured it was something had come up, and it didn't feel like, oh no, what's going on? Campbell's in a bind. If it feels that way, definitely send him some love. I mean, always send him some love, but a little extra support if he needs it. But yeah, it seems like everything's just fine. He just needs the day for something that came up. Liz, the Iron Maiden, I had a Reiki session yesterday, she says in chat. It was amazing. Felt an intense heat, like a heat lamp, over the top of my head. The practitioner commented on it as soon as it ended. She'd never felt heat like that. Wow, Liz, it's kind of epic. And it definitely, a Reiki session is almost guaranteed to bring stuff up, because you're not just working with the fluids and the trapped goo, if you will, but you're working with the trapped energy, the trapped emotion. That's awesome. That's powerful stuff. I haven't done it in a while, actually. Michelle's back and side became manageable, and she isn't needing it like she used to on a nightly basis. That was kind of my nightly deal, was to give her a little back Reiki and try to get some of that agony off of her. And so, yeah, it can release a lot, definitely. Oh, I see tears roll, but she wasn't crying. So there you go, Liz. You know what I mean? It'll get it out for sure. Even if you're not emotionally wrapped up in it, it can get that stuff out for sure. Apparently Natalie there in chat, also certified Reiki. Level 2. Nice. I saw a box filled with some old shows from when my sister-in-law and I and other friends were doing that reality check truther show back in the 90s at the local access station. And we just all are like trying to figure out a way to see them, because these days it's almost impossible to hook up a new TV to an old VCR. They just are not compatible unless you have the right hookups. And so now I've just gotten a new VCR, an old VCR. And hopefully I'll have access to some of the Reiki had demonstrated, and even had a guy showing me how to do it there on the air one time. So demonstrating it and me trying it out actually for the first time. It was pretty heavy duty. So hopefully that show is one of the ones we have. Kind of like us, we really weren't the best at keeping details, especially on a little tiny, 1 inch by 4 inch label on a video cassette tape. So it's kind of a Christmas day for us once we get in there for sure.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at some of these articles.
Sorry, I just saw a reference to scanners there in chat to ask what's up. Anyway, watch out, baby. You got to get it. I'm sorry, I have cats. Both my cats are just out of their minds right now. Any cat owners in the world, I know I've read up, I've looked, and if you have a cat in the best things to do, and all of them are difficult, like keep them away from males. Well, her brother's here in the house with her, and even so that's part of it. And then isolating her is difficult in this house. And then she just, that's my baby. I don't want to isolate her. It's frustrating to already not deal with it, but just know she's in a place that she can't figure out what's going on with her own body. So she's flipped out and literally flipping all over the place, knocking over the coffee, knocking over the bottle. Muting me mid-sentence. She just did that. She just muted me. That wasn't me. Epic. But I love her. Yes, I do. That's sweetie. She's going through a rough time, my baby. Oh, sweetie. Oh, she's rough. She just don't know what to do with herself. Oh, Lord, four females, Nat. I do not envy you that, because with these two, it's almost a cycle of like one's okay for a while, and then she'll start up, and then they'll both be okay for a while, and then the other one will start up. But this last two times it's happened, it's like overlapped. Literally, one kind of starts acting normal, the other one starts freaking out. So if it's going to just be a back and forth tennis ball match, I'll never have some peace, huh, love? Yeah. Huh? You telling them, hey? Yeah. Let's see everybody. My sweetie. My sweetie. Huh? My sweetie. Huh? I know.
Too cute. So we were missed by an asteroid again yesterday, today, blah, blah, blah.
Tell what that was.
They got a number for it. And it was millions of miles away, but it just missed us. Everybody, gets scared. Yeah, that's about, yeah. Lots of asteroids out there. Always trying to hit us. I mean, I don't get it. Why do they put out 2 of these articles like every week?
To remind you how precious life is, and that we're really just all evolving and surviving in this large, gigantic, cosmic shooting gallery.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just stupid. I mean, isn't the point of fear, you want people to actually fear it? Like, that's the whole point. When you talk about these asteroids, how many of us have ever lived through an asteroid strike? None, right? None. Nobody. We've never, no human alive. There's no, I mean.
You ask that lady's car about it, she'll tell you.
It landed on her bed and was laying on her pillow.
Was that the one on the pillow?
That one?
Yeah, exactly.
And she woke up next to it, didn't hear it. This object crashing through her roof. That didn't wake her up. She just woke up and it was laying there. And then she noticed the hole in her roof and this and that. Get out of here. Come on. You can't make up a better story than that.
Right. Sorry, Natalie. The dinosaurs didn't in chat. That was great. Oh, man. It's, I don't know. This is saying this whole script they have with the space fear is at this point so ridiculous to us all that, we do forget that period of our lives. Maybe we don't, but yeah, it's kind of hard to get back to that mindset when you really thought that at any moment, something could do it, take us out instantly like that. And that's the movies that were coming out, like, Deep Impact and Armageddon and all that. And now we've got a new round. What was the one with Greenland? Was that it?
Oh, yeah, Greenland. Yeah.
So, even all these years later, and when it's not even a selling point, when it's not even an actor who's, currently a hot actor, because at the time that Gerard did that, I believe he was kind of on his downswing, whatever. It's not really, why make that movie other than reinforce the fucking space fear of any minute it all goes away. Oh, it's ridiculous. So apparently Liz watched The Sea Beast last night we had that recommendation. I've actually literally got the IMD. I just saw it. The IMD page still open from last show. So I am going to go have to see it. I think it's even on a streamer I have access to. I don't even have to cheat, do I? No, I can go see it today. So I had it in my queue to do that, and then had a lot of stuff just going on this week, visits and taking off and doing things. So I haven't sat down and watched a whole lot.
Exactly.
I did sit down and watch, however, Mike Stellion Seven's presentation of cutting the Heartstones. Needless to say, my brain was fully broken. And not only was my brain fully broken, but on that show, he mentioned a story about some loggers having downed a power line by mistake across some stumps, and how the line, even though it had shorted itself out, continued to like produce electricity through it, through the stumps themselves, and then the stumps themselves petrified instantly. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. So I went digging and found an old newspaper article that had reference to it from some type of like, I'm not really even sure what it was. Like an old journal of some sort, maybe. And then that led me to this thing called the Alpha Omega Institute, which seems to be like a creationist based group of people. And they talk about not only that power line discharge causing it, but that public service officials have often reported instant petrified wood resulting from lightning strikes, which I've never heard of in my whole life. I've had like family in the forestry. My grandfather used timber. And I mean, we lived in the area where constantly there were lightning strikes around us. Pine trees, maybe the pine sap protects them from doing it. I'm not sure. But as many trees as I watched that sap literally get blasted out of a vein into the, like instantly vaporized, just never heard of this instant petrification. That would seem like something they would, teach you about, tell you about this amazing process. And yet here I am, 55, finding out about it. Seems like there was some other article about it too that really broke my brain. I'm trying to find it. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. This one is from the Institute. Where is it? Institute. I can't quite read it. What it is. Institute of Creation Research. Okay, so these are another creation group, apparently. Creationist group. Anyway, this one talks about a Japanese paper in July of 2004 in a issue of Sedimentary Geology talking about rapid petrification of wood. And then it goes into this whole long thing. There's a link to the abstract. I will throw that article in the chat because it's a lot. It's a deep one. It's not really light reading. But yeah, it talks about this Tateyama hot spring area where this occurs a lot. And how, it gets into a lot of stuff here. It's really pretty crazy. And it's nicely referenced, and it takes you off to some other little deep rabbit holes to enjoy. But I had sent those along to Mike just a couple days ago, so can't wait to see where this leads, man. This stuff is just brutal. And literally yesterday when I was going to get get some ice at the ice machine in town, I looked down and saw about 5 of what seemed to be heart-shaped rocks are sitting here. I don't know. I haven't really cleaned them yet to see. But yeah, pretty crazy stuff, man. This whole heart rock and Montco thing has been a brain breaker for me. Because it's one thing to go, oh yeah, it had to be giants one day. It's a whole different thing to see the fucking internal structure of the skull. Sorry, I'm all excited. I can't stop. I'll shut up for a while and let somebody else talk.
We've only got about 90 seconds before we hit that first break, believe it or not.
Well, shit, then I'm talking another 90 seconds. We'll call this first segment Waltz. No, I'm kidding.
I was researching Lake Superior last night for some reason, and they talked about the giant of the lake, or the giant of
Nice.
and it looks, this mountain range kind of looks like a big giant laying down on its back. You can see like where its head is, and then its chest protrudes out, goes all the way down, and then like where its feet are, they stick up a little bit more. And it doesn't, I mean, it almost looks more like a mummy's tomb, the shape of that. But then there's this one mound that comes out, and it looks like it's an arm coming out of the mountain. And it looks a lot like an arm, like with a hand at the end of it and everything. I was like, whoa, Mike's got to see this. But yeah, it was, I forget how the story goes, but the giants, Tartarus. That's what I was researching. Tartarus is where they sent all the Titans to after they had their war.
Really? Interesting. I wonder if I can find that on my Domed World map here.
Yeah, well, Tartarus is supposed to be below Sheol in Greek mythology. So it's even below hell. You know, it's lower than that.
Right? Oh, wow.
And there it is. There's that break music.
Yep. There it is. Ross House in chat. I need to get back to you. I just read your comment about the lightning struck trees, man. We're going to talk. Yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, yeah, it's break time. Shut up, Walt.
It is. We'll be right back right after these brief messages. We have more of the Ironworks coming after this second half of the first half.
Don't mistake movement for achievement. Boy, it's easy to get faked out by being busy. The key is not just being busy. The key is doing what? So we look at results to see if there may be some difficulty with activity, because it takes activity to bring enterprise into being. There's a whole study here on activity. Activity is like birth pains. It ain't easy, but see, it wasn't meant to be easy. Values were meant to be costly. The only way we can appreciate a value is by its cost. If it doesn't cost much, we probably wouldn't call it valuable. True winning is a great worth, but the price is to play with all your heart and mind, and perhaps do some losing sometimes, so that when you do win, boy, the worth and the value of the winning now becomes a high appreciation, simply because now we understand both sides of this equation, price and promise.
Discover the extraordinary powers of intuitive healing with pain transmutation, a method of holistic healing for the human soul, body, mind, and emotions. If you are looking for answers and a deep understanding of how to help yourself and the people around you to live a happier, healthier life, this is the right place for you. Learn how to read your soul's history in the Akashic Records. Remove negative energy attachments from your astral body, and start the process of inner and outer pain transmutation. Join Pain Transmutation Community to get started on the path of intuitive healing. Change your energetic state, manifest new and exciting experiences, re-energize your life, and build inspiring connections with others in our community.
For millennia, mankind has been searching for answers to the big questions, such as, where did the universe come from? Where did we come from? Why are we here? Are we alone? And just what the heck is the Sasquatch all about? I can't promise you answers, and neither can the Woo Crew, but they invite you to join them Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, midnight in the UK, for Freaky Friday, exclusively on Truth Frequency Radio. Spirituality, multiverse, quantum mechanics, the occult, and so much conspiracy analysis that it will make your mind melt. Take my word for it. Freaky Friday. It's more than a show. It's a way of life. I'm Stephen Hawking, and I am proud to be a Wookiee.
No hate, no hype, no fear. We are TFR, your protection from deception.
I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson, bitch.
Yes, science!
Once you thought that anyone else was, they would never be able to get out of the
Inconceivable! And welcome back to the second half of the first half of the Ironworks, kicking off right now. Josh, Walt, and Zach hanging out with you.
I wonder if I'm gonna go through a period of like nostalgia over Tool. It hasn't happened yet. Every time I hear it, I'm like, why don't we change that? Anyway, so before we left, Ross Hoss there, Iron Horse, in chat, talking about hearing. Let me go back and read it correctly so I don't misquote. Man, where is it? He's heard that lightning struck trees makes terrible firewood and is extremely hard to cut. Blunts chainsaws real fast. You know, after I read that from you, something kind of went ding-a-ling-a-ling in my head from some of those summers logging my Uncle Quentin. And some of those trees, he would say, yeah, we're just not going to even mess with this one. Because I just assumed it was just the wood itself, or maybe the knots were too bad or whatever. But maybe he did know more than I knew about it. And I'm just assuming here, but I do remember certain trees being really fucking hard to cut. And I'm sure that's always a thing. But like literally, like, oh no, we're going to destroy this chainsaw if we don't move on from this one. So yeah, that's pretty crazy, Ross. Thank you for that. And yes, I am 8 days older than Nerd. Looking at other commentary. Shout out Dave, deep inside the rabbit hole himself. Good to see you in here, sir. I sent you a little message or two after our show Tuesday. I had an idiotic picture. Some space debris had crashed in the desert, and there were some what seemed to be desert dwelling folks gathered around it, looking at this amazing crashed piece of equipment that was sitting on top of the sand. No glassy, burn up residue underneath. In fact, actually footprints and tire tracks up.
I believe you might have been muted by a cat.
Yeah, I looked up and was like, wait, what happened? I did. She literally walked right across it. I'm going to shut up.
She said,
damn it, she did it again. Dave, go check your Skype. We'll see the funniness. It's hilarious. And the video it led me to is even great. But since we are a radio show, why don't we save that video for this afternoon? When unfortunately we won't have a guest. At least at present, we don't have a guest. We may reach out, or if you guys want to call in and be part of the show. Yeah. Right, Dave. Just like the jet engine landing on the street there on 9/11. Pretty much exactly. Like it was just carefully placed there for everybody to gawk at and pose next to. But it was that animated video that showed the launching of that very piece of equipment that really sealed the deal. That was epic.
Yeah, I had somebody in chat I was reading just the other day, they've been talking to their buddies about, the launches not being what they say they are and how fast they're supposedly moving. And while they were watching it, he's not the one that was pointing out, but they were all like, hey, why is it moving so slow when it's taking off? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? And it's like just by planting those little seeds in their head about the launches of these rockets, his buddies are starting to notice something's not right here. What's going on? And he hasn't brought up flat Earth to him yet. I was talking with Dave about this. I got a buddy. I think Wednesday I had done a Patreon show with Dave. Awesome Austin was there. Ian was there. Matt Long showed up. Marty Leeds. It was cool. We just hung out. A guy that was there, been a flat earther for just 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We got to chat with. Yeah, it was really cool. But now I forget what I was started that whole thing about.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have jumped in.
Oh, no, it wasn't you. It was me thinking about that chat that we had. But yeah, if you guys didn't know, David does have a Patreon, and he does, shows for him. It was awesome talking to Matt Long. Those of you that don't know, that's David's podcast partner. And yeah, he's got some stuff going on right now that, they can't really do the Flat Earth podcast at the moment, but it'll be back up here. Eventually we'll get back to it. But yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I like doing those where there's no chat that I can see or anything like that. You really focus on the show more, on the conversation at hand.
I'm looking at you, John Savage.
Yeah, Austin.
What, Austin in chat? What's up, brother?
Moving into their new house today.
Absolutely, dude. So excited.
Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
If you want to do a sound check for Sunday,
right?
Feel free to hop on tonight.
Hop on, friend. That dude's gonna be deep, elbow deep in boxes, and yeah.
Oh, Kaylee can handle the unloading and the unpacking and the putting away and the handling of the kids and the taking care of dinner and getting everything cleaned up. He's got a show to do.
That podcast back up, right? Fucking A, buddy. And I miss it, dude. Yeah. I need to get my ass over to the Mellow Dome soon, too, once he gets back up and running.
I know Flatman X has been putting out some awesome videos lately. He's just been on fire. One after another.
Big shout out to, I do believe that's going to be Jazz over there on D Live. If I had to guess, I'm just going to take a stab in the dark. John Andre Sinclair, I'm just guessing, might be also known as a Jazz Sinclair in chat from time to time. If not, then hello and welcome.
Right?
Not only are we on D Live, we are on Rockfin, on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitter. I think that's it. Well, Odyssey, and then, of course, Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. We are there.
Oh, yeah, those guys.
So it doesn't let me to chat anymore. And it's just me and Sophia chilling in chat over there on TFR.
Yeah. Well, it got to the point where there were so many issues trying to hear the show from the chat that we all kind of migrated to basically the YouTube platform for us there. So it was a nice chatting system for a while. Sorry, Zach. I keep stepping on you, man.
No, I was just agreeing with you. Yeah, we used to be in that chat
all the time, dude. I used to love the gifts. They were so funny. There were some epic ones in there, especially the little I can't, was it a beaver? I think it was the beaver calling out for Alan. Alan. That was like one of my favorites ever. Oh man. But yeah, I missed that. That chat was fun. But I did see something that kind of summed it up yesterday. Let me go send that to Josh real quick. I forgot to. It's a private joke. I shouldn't even be talking about this on the air. You guys go on without me.
So, Zach, did you happen to see the latest Crispy Nation post from Rogue Nation and Rights Crispy? Their latest video? I posted it in the Space Lettuce pile just because I wanted to talk about it. It was a longer one. It was like 30 minutes. But it was one of the absolute best. Where the city worker calls her husband.
Oh, I did start it, but I didn't finish it. Something came up. Yeah. As soon as you started the city worker, I knew what you were talking about. Absolutely. Go ahead.
It's so worth it. I will drop a link here in the chats. It pretty much epitomizes why I watch First Amendment videos and why it is the auditing is so important. Just the amount of knowledge that comes across and the education that comes across in this video is just, I'm at work in the middle of work yesterday, literally holding myself from jumping out of my chair and cheering out loud. It was a really good video, and I highly recommend everybody watch it, to the point that I was, I think we were hanging out on a Wednesday or something. I forget what it was, but I just happened to run across Ceiling Fan Man having on Rights Crispy. His name is Finn. The channel is Rights Crispy. I just happened to see Ceiling Fan Man had him on. So I hopped into chat, and it was, of course, an awesome show with, Flat Earth and First Amendment audits. How could you not like that? But it really did inspire me. I do want to reach out and see if I can't get either.
Talk about Flat Earth a little bit.
I mean, it was at least alluded to, as I recall. I'm pretty sure you were listening with me, weren't you, Zach? I thought you might have been on there with me at the time, and I was playing it through this. I don't know.
It might have been. I don't know.
Anyway, I do want to see if we can't get Finn or George on.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I was just about to ask you, have you reached out? So that's great.
I've not.
I'll stay on it with you, because that would be great.
Is it like David
Take
Weiss?
it to that. I mean, we talk about it all the time. We just haven't. I can't believe we haven't reached out to someone, in the community.
Some of these guys are just as busy as Dave.
Right. They are on it all the time, and they're hardcore with it, man. And they take that home a little more, I think, than us in the community here, if you know what I'm saying. Like, that's, I don't know, maybe not.
Yeah, they have an amazing community. It reminds me of the Flat Earth community. It really does. They're so supportive of each other. Not just in chats, but like when one of them goes somewhere and has their rights violated, thousands of people flood and call into that place and flood the Google, maps, comment sections and stuff like that. And it's like within hours you can go there and there'll be hundreds of posts, and a lot of them, they'll just end up turning it off. A lot of places, there's a Long Island audit, of course, Rogue Nation. There's a bunch of them. There's a whole bunch of them and they're all like a group now. They go out and do a lot of it together. Even when they're in the same areas, they'll go hang out and audit together. It's just really cool. It reminds me a lot of the FE community, and I'm sure they have infighting, and this group doesn't like this group, and this group doesn't like the way this one does it, and blah 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 blah. But for the most part, it's a really awesome community. They really are, supporting each other. And yeah, it is getting things changed, at least here in the United States. I see a lot of First Amendment audit videos coming out of England now.
They've actually been there for a good long while. I think it's still those YouTube algorithms.
But yeah, there's more and more of those that I'm seeing. I think those are the ones I see more shared by certain channels. What's his name? He had his channel taken down. He had to change it. Long hair, a little bit older.
High impact flicks.
Yeah.
Here's the deal.
Yeah, here's the deal. Yeah, great channel. Always sharing, First Amendment audit videos and stuff. He doesn't go out and do it, but he puts together videos and goes over them live with the community. It's cool. It is. It's really cool. And I've learned so much about my rights and the laws.
And that's epic, man. That's part of this whole waking up that's really exciting. Because, I mean, that to me, that fear they push is just as in your face all the time as the fear of the, fucking asteroids about to kill us every second. The big bad policeman's coming to get you. And, it's been pumped so much that, like, think about. Do what? I'm sorry.
Sorry, Walt.
It seems like I keep ducking you, not just that I'm talking over you, but I'm messing up your audio, maybe.
Yeah, because they know the laws. When the cops tell them something that's not true, they just laugh in their face.
They're on it, right? And that's part of it, dude. They count on you not knowing. They count on you being uninformed. They count on being able to fuck with you because you don't know your own rights. And so the fact that everybody's waking up to it and that they're helping that, yeah, we definitely need to reach out and get some guys on here.
Yeah, it's crazy because they're showing one of the biggest facts that they show and point out is that the police officers themselves were never taught the laws. In the 6 months of training that they went through, they were never taught about the First Amendment, this or that. They were taught about, so much. Yeah, everybody's out to get you.
Yeah, paying compliance.
Criminal. Yeah, it's crazy. And then there's, I forget his name, but he's a former Abaya Israel is his actual name, but I forget the channel name.
We the People University.
Man, you were on it today, Josh. It's just too early.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Fucking, you must have got up before we did, Zach.
Former sheriff, former police officer. He's been he was in the police for a while. He did it for a long time. And he goes over how all these officers don't know the actual laws. And he tells you, in that 6 months of training, they don't teach you anything about the actual laws. The one thing that you swear an oath to uphold, you're not taught about at all. That's the one thing that you swear an oath to, and that is to uphold the Constitution. And most of them don't even know that you have the right to free press. They don't know what that is. Well, show me your credentials. Oh, do you not understand what free press means? They haven't issued press credentials since, the 60s, I think? Maybe early 70s here in this country?
Right. I was trying to get Shell to give me, a press pass when we were first getting Iron Realm off the ground. I was like, that way I can be official press and get in places. And she's like, did you hit your head? They don't do that. I'm like, well, what do you mean? I thought that's movie stuff. There's nobody giving out, there's no organization that assigns press passes that get you clearance. Blah, blah. She's like, that's not a real thing. Here, I'll make you one. And she grabbed a piece of paper, started writing. I'm like, thanks. I got a note from Shell. Can I come in? Oh, man.
Yeah, events will make press passes, and hand them out to
people. They want to get in there. Exactly. There's your press passes.
Yep.
Yeah, there is a government press pass in the United States. Government entity at all. City, state, local, none of the county. There's no press passes. Everybody has the right to free press.
And this is what you'll learn on channels like Rogue Nation, is that licensed press has never existed in the United States. And the last time the press was licensed, that they licensed journalists, was in the 1600s back in England.
That's a pretty long time ago.
A little bit. What? Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm derailing y'all for half a second because I already had one I had highlighted, and then something happened and everything scrolled up, and I just saw the fact that our buddy Dave Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole, is going to be doing a show with Campbell about an hour after this show ends. Thinks it's going to be a live stream. He's not 100% sure. I see that now, but I'm excited. So you will actually be able to get your dose of Campbell on a Friday, even though it won't be later with us. So I'll probably try to head over there if I'm still awake. I probably will be. Epic, David. Thank you. If you link that up in the Skype chat we're all in, that would be epic, brother. I know you usually do. Thank you for that, too.
I can't scroll up far enough to get Tommy's super chat donation, but big shout out.
I saw it and
to
I
that
forgot
fine
it too. I had it highlighted. The other thing I wanted to talk about was, I believe it was Big Pine Sailing, and like I said, it went away. I did something. It's not highlighted. There it is. Saying, he mentioned it already, but clients telling of the last rocket launch they saw last week being so slow, it looked like a blimp. That's great. He couldn't, mention Flat Earth or NASA lies or any of that, but that is cool to hear, brother. Epic. When you started hanging out with us there on the chat, I went to your channel and subbed up and was looking to get some contact info and reach out and have you come on as well, because it's always good to get some people who are, water oriented, some good facts out there about sailing and how that really is hard to do on a little spinny ball. So, and you other great shit. Oh, sorry, great stuff I saw there on your channel as well. So reach out if you don't mind. Drop your contact info there in the chat for us, or just email us, ironrealmmedia@gmail.
We should try to get Jim Brewer on. Mad
I have.
Fireman.
I did. I went literally to their little booking agency and put in a request immediately after that show was shared in our chat. And as of yet, well, I say that. I haven't actually looked at Iron Realm email in about a week, so I could have missed something, but I need to go check back.
I had not seen anything
You
from
haven't seen? I figure you check more often than I do.
Jim Brewer's production company. Jim Brewer's fucking handlers. Seems like that would have stuck in my mind.
It would have stuck out, I would think. Something would have, yeah. But everybody get on it. Zach, do it from your end. Josh, do it from your end. Do it from other email accounts. Apparently Austin's on it as well there, trying to get him on the Melodome. Yeah, we're going to keep at it. One of us will get him on. That'll be epic.
I want to talk to Mike Tyson. He knows the Earth's flat.
Damn, where are these cues? Tommy, I'm so sorry that we lost those amazing things you provided us in our ineptitude. I have looked back, and I went so far back, dude, it was like, are you kidding? It can't be this far back. So I'll have to go. I don't know how to find them. I am sad about it. Very sad about it.
I know I've got it on this other computer.
See, that's the thing. I think when something happened between my transfer of computers, I think that's where I had a downfall of stuff. Because I was looking for another bunch of sound things that I know I used that you had given, like the art stuff and just various things. And I can't find any of that. So it must have been something that didn't get transferred.
It did not get transferred. Thinking about Jim Brewer's, God, that was hilarious. Someone had to say it. He just rips into all the nonsense that's been going on.
I know, it's epic.
And you want to see a comedian that's, funny and actually not scared to talk about all that. And, that's what comedians do. They make light and fun of the horrible shit that's going on in our lives and around us. That's a comedian's job. Not to cut to the government and not win. When's the last time we had a president that comedians aren't allowed to make fun of? Never in my lifetime have I ever seen. I mean, this is the best president for a comedian ever. This is comedic gold, what's going on. And all these comedians are not touching it. Saturday Night Live, a Joe Biden skit, they're still doing Trump skits. I think. I don't know. I don't watch Saturday Night Live.
but probably.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're not allowed to make fun of Joe Biden for some reason. It's weird. These are comedians. That's their job. Yeah, and he's like one of the few that stood up and said, hey, I'm going to be a comedian still, right? This is my job. And yeah, I doubt we'll see him on any, Netflix specials or anything like that anytime soon. Because I know he got a lot of flack. He had to cancel a bunch of his shows at one point way back then. But yeah, he's crushing. He is. Yeah, if you haven't seen his stuff, Jim Brewer, one of his most famous things was In Half Baked. He's the guy, yeah, that guy. Hilarious guy. But yeah, he does his own YouTube thing now, and he has people on, and they talk about, I mean, he's down the conspiracy rabbit hole. I haven't heard him talk Flat Earth yet. But he knows, or he's at least heard about it, and yeah.
That's about half a show, folks. Oh, see? Yep, half a show. Sorry to talk over you there, Zach. But that's going to do it for the entire first half of the show. But if you stick around, you'll be able to catch the first half of the second half. Coming up right after these briefest of messages right here, Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com.
Censorship and regulation is becoming an ever-growing problem in today's modern media. From the mainstream to YouTube and Google, the information you're looking for is buried by official narratives and propaganda. This is why TFR is 100% uncensored, unregulated, and listener-supported. The shows on TFR are not micromanaged by the station, and our hosts are free to speak their minds however they please. As such, the views and opinions expressed on our station are of those who make them. If you happen to hear anything offensive on TFR, please send us an email to toughtitty@tfrlive.com, and we'll be happy to tell you that we really don't give a damn. We stand for freedom of speech and non-censorship. If you also stand for free speech, you can go to tfrlive.com/signup and sign up for a TFR supporter pass and help us in our mission to keep the airwaves uncensored and unregulated. TFR Live, your uncensored and unregulated protection from deception.
You don't hear them talking about COVID. To be specific, COVID-19. That name gets further and further away from China as opposed to calling it the Chinese virus.
Wow, so you're just going to take her down
The Chinese virus. Don't you understand, you dumb son of a bitch? Calling it kung flu. The Chinese virus. Testing is a double-edged sword. They test and they test. People don't know what's going on. We got this, they got this. You do testing, you're going to find more cases. So I said to my people, slow the testing down. You know what? We got another one over here. The young man's 10 years old. He's got the sniffles. That's a case. That's a case. Thank you, China. Send us the play. Kung flu, the Chinese virus. Kung flu, the Chinese virus. Don't you understand, you dumb son of a bitch? Calling it kung flu, the Chinese virus. Despite the fact that I have done a phenomenal job. He lied. I saved hundreds of thousands of lives. There was only one person that died. I ran for politics once, then I became president. Yay! You're so lucky I'm president. There's a limit to what we can achieve. I stand before you today to declare kung flu, the Chinese virus. Kung flu, the Chinese virus. Don't you understand, you dumb son of a bitch? Calling it kung flu, the Chinese virus. If I lose an election over that, you know what? This country's in big trouble. Big trouble.
Who or
what the fuck, bruh?
Wherever you are, make it TFR. Truth Frequency Radio.
Good morning. I'm here. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up!
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Okay, dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there. There was one? There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard.
Happy Friday, my friend.
Hi, this is Alan. I like Ironworx because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love Ironworx with Josh, Walt, and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cozy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that Ironworx with Josh, Walt, and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the Ironworx on TFR.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Iron Realm Media is the best on the plane. To the show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the Ironworx with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the Ironworx and become an Iron Scout.
And welcome back to the first half of the second half of the Ironworx. Kick it off right now. Josh, Walt, Zack hanging out with you.
Just hang out.
Just hanging out.
I'm trying to play catch up in chat, and it's a lot. It's a lot. A lot of talk about different guests we could try to get on. Definitely excited about that. You know, I see Lewis Russell in chat. Shout out. Glad to have you here. And in big uppercase, yelling it out, Eddie Griffin. I definitely appreciate that a lot. He was one of my faves, and he definitely started talking way too much truth and got seriously attacked in the media. You know, I mean, he got the usual what they do when somebody starts talking too much truth. Interesting stuff went down with him, definitely. But I actually went back to the site while we were on break and started the process again of the brewer people, trying to see if I can, bug them enough. Maybe they'll get back to us.
Big shout out to D'Angelo there in chat.
What's up, Dave?
So he's feeling blessed. He is 1 year alcohol free today.
Absolutely love you, my friend.
Good job.
Excuse me. Oh, Special K. What's up, Caleb? Good to see you, brother. Speaking of people we haven't had on in a long fucking time, I need to get back on here. Special K, looking at you. Truly, this afternoon, guys, excuse me, goodness, if you have time, if you're around, if you want to come hang out, just play catch up, we don't have to get into a long, hard presentation or anything. Just come shoot the shit, see what's been up with you, whoever you may be. And if you've been on, you have the link as far as the afternoon show and the Zoom call. If you haven't been on and would like to be there, just be in the chat this afternoon and we will make sure you get a link to join us on that Zoom call.
Or maybe
if you're
even
not
a
wanting to
restream.
be on the Zoom, I'm sorry.
I said we do have the restream link. We can post
We also
as
have
well.
the restream link. Indeed, I forget about it. And if you're not inclined to be on a call that would reveal your video presence, you are not required to reveal that video presence. As you see, I'm often not there myself, video-wise. If you're just not feeling sexy, you're not feeling it, So we don't expect you to be on the camera if we're not on all the time. But certainly, you're welcome to come hang out. In fact, if you don't want to be in the call, you can call in. We can always open up those phone lines or whatever the case. It would be good to hear from anyone
Awesome.
that would like
Austin in chat has graciously agreed to come on and give us a quick tour.
Nice.
Hell, an extended tour. I don't care. But be good.
Nice.
Catch up
That's
with
awesome,
Austin.
brother. That'd be great. But don't feel obligated to do it, man. Moving's not, usually a simple drop and go. So don't stress on not being there, and definitely don't stress the fam on not being there. Get things like you need them. Get comfortable.
Get relaxed.
We'll
take
pop
a shower.
in with you on Sunday if you're ready to go. Kind of thing. So.
Yeah.
And you had mentioned Tommy there in chat earlier, being always gracious with the super chat. And sir, we haven't spoken to you in way too long. Of course, you're always super busy that time of day, I know. So, but anybody, definitely welcome.
Yeah, if you've been here before, you already have the link. For sure.
Man, it seems like there was something in a movie I just saw, and I wanted to tell you about it before the break, and now it is gone away. What was it? Oh, I've been catching up on a bunch of cheesy flicks that I missed because of their cheesiness, because I wasn't watching movies or TV during that time period, because it wasn't on a streamer I had, whatever the case may be. And in doing that, I have now reached a movie that I really didn't even know existed. Like, I had no concept of this movie even being out there. But it came up, I guess, because I've been watching a lot of things like giant monster movies, a lot of what's the movie with the Rock I recently watched about the earthquake? I don't even know the name of it. It just popped up, and I'm like, yeah, it's a big dumb movie. I'm in that mood. Let me do it. So this Geostorm movie is now popped up, and in it, miraculously, the technology is in place. The movie came out in 2014, I think I saw. I'll have to look it up. I may be wrong. It may have been more recent. Yes, Godzilla, Brian Evans. You're correct. Anyway, but in the movie, the technology exists with the ability to fuck with the storm systems, fuck with the weather, control it with satellites. Far-fetched, futuristic sci-fi stuff, right? Yeah, no, it's taking place. I think it was 2017. It was recent, like enough so that in this movie, I have to see the date because I may be wrong. It may have came out last year and I just missed it. I don't know. Anyone? No, nothing. Geostorm came out in, oh wow, I was completely off. It was 2017. So 2017. In this movie in 2017, it was showing this whole like area. Like one of the characters in the movie is living near somewhere, I guess in Florida, and you see a launch happen behind him. Launch. Okay, cool. And then they take him to be launched. And they take him to this huge array of rockets. Just lined up one after the other. Not rockets. It's that shuttle design that we never got to because we couldn't afford the cool, like almost Star Trek wings on it. It's still the same basic squared off body, but it's got the cool Star Trekky wings that kind of swoop back and up almost like the Romulans a little bit. It's that shuttle design that we never actually got to. And so it's just an array of them. They're like, obviously, we just go, like, you see one shoot off in the background as he's pulling up to his rocket, his own personal, alone in it by himself rocket. Now, I get he's an important guy trying to save the world, blah, blah, blah. But in the movie in 2017, that's what we were going to be doing. Right? I mean, like, weren't they going to, like, launch in 2019? Oh, wait, weren't they going to launch in 2017? Oh, was it 2014? It's just insane to me that they show us this stuff, the weather technology and the fact they didn't make it to not even getting back to the moon, let alone rebuilding the fucking thing. They didn't even make the fucking shuttle. They didn't even do any launches. It's just madness. It's madness.
So I'm looking at this damn piece of space debris that was said to have been found. Has anybody explained to me why it's hairy?
Where are you at? Where are you showing? Where's that at?
So
I'm gonna go look on YouTube. Hang on.
Yeah, I'm showing it on YouTube, but it's right there on the story. If you click on the story from the New York Post with the guy standing next to the piece of space debris, I never heard anybody mention that it's a piece of hairy space debris, and I'm just wondering why it's friggin' hairy.
Wait, what? The fuck?
Is anybody?
So you know how in the Alien movies they always throw that pod down to grow the like geo area for their own technology to bust up out of, kind of terraforming the area planet. That's kind of what that looks like. Some kind of alien pod that's been sent over from the outer domes.
With little tendrils out there seeking its next host.
Little tendrils looking for somebody to jump on and suck in. Is that dude's okay? Hat?
I don't. It looks like he's already connected.
The hat, is he okay?
He's already connected there at the arm, the Borgasm.
It looks like they got him.
I mean, how many
giant spider leg, Ian? You're correct, sir.
How many times have we ever seen anything that came through the Earth's atmosphere, on fire and this and that, and looked anything like that?
And then impacted. I don't know what the terminal velocity of one of these things is going to be when it hits the ground, but I'm still trying to figure out why the fuck it's hairy.
That just looks like nonsense. I mean, even like when they show us the meteorites, they're all smooth and they look like they've been crystallized.
Velcro. Sorry, Ross. Velcro. That's it.
Maybe it'll tell me in here.
That's one. Now, I mean, is this like been around for a while and stuff grew on it?
And have you ever seen that happen? Have you ever seen things like, well, it's not, maybe that's in the outback somewhere. Is that something you guys get over there, Ross? What's going on there?
In the photographs of the debris, it says you can clearly see charring, which you would expect from re-entry into the atmosphere, parenthetically. It's very rare to see because they don't usually land on land, but in the ocean. People often think they find small pieces of space junk, but they would burn up on re-entry, so it's more likely to be large pieces like this. And I still can't figure out why the fuck it's hairy.
Why has it got hair on it? Well, why did those things have barnacles on them that fell before that we saw that would look like those big tanks, like something you'd find floating in the fucking ocean? But those were space debris and they had barnacles fucking on them. Why was that a thing?
Space barnacles. Arr.
So I didn't mean to derail us and take us back to this story, but I just had it all up in my space lettuce and I was just clicking through, seeing what was what. And I just happened to click on this one, even though we'd already talked about it. And what the fuck is this? Because I know I'd seen the picture. I just never clicked on it and looked at it. And sure as shit, it's a hairy piece of space debris. I just don't get it. I don't know.
But you're burying the headline. This is from our buddy Elon. This is his space spider pod leg thing. That's what I read there. I mean, literally in the headline. So how is it a 9.8 foot piece of space junk from?
There we go. I just found it. First sentence. If I'd have just read.
There it is.
9.8 foot piece of space junk from Elon Musk's spacecraft has crashed into a farmer's property in New South Wales, Australia, at around 15,534 miles per hour.
Stop. Hang on. I'm going to mute up because I can see I'm not going to make it through this.
15,000 miles an hour.
Didn't penetrate. I mean, is that thing like 15 feet down into the ground?
Well, remember, it was what? Flight. I don't remember which one it was. The one that crashed into the ground on 9/11. They can't retrieve that evidence because it hit the ground with such force that it liquefied, it plasticized the ground, and it just buried it so far deeply into the earth that no one will ever be able to dig down deep enough to excavate it. This according to the 9/11 Commission report. So when this piece of space junk comes screaming in at 15,000 miles per hour and makes impact and still is able to leave, I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just like when you touch something real hot to your flesh and pull it off, little pieces of the burnt sticks to it, like not because it's not Teflon. It's not a non-stick pan. Maybe this is just ground and it's all just charred grass. I don't fucking know. I'm trying to figure out why this thing is hairy, especially after a 15,000 mile an hour impact. I mean, it held up pretty damn good. Maintained all of its shape, really. I mean, it seems like it would just be a big. I mean, you look at a car that crashes into a wall doing 60, the damn thing's almost unrecognizable. But this is held up really good for 15,000 miles an hour.
It's a giant's toothpick.
Here's another picture of it. Let me have share, Josh. But it's different. It's the same but different. Why is this different? Oh, is it just standing upright? Okay, maybe so. Let me open this in a different tab. That didn't help. But yeah, so here's a different angle of it, and it seems to have the barnacles.
Press Control on your keyboard and hold it, and then roll your wheel on your mouse. There you go.
Okay, is that barnacles? No, I thought those little white areas might have been the barnacles that we were talking about, but it seems to be some type of area that's very consistent and equal. So it must be like riveting or something. But
do they ever say what it's made of?
No.
What's funny is when I do Google image on this thing, Google Lens, it will not bring me anywhere legit. It just shows me the same story.
You see the corners? Look at the corners. So just drag the corners over just that very top section of the space debris. There you go.
Oh yeah, I was doing that with the original picture, and it kept taking me to stuff like cactus pictures and bondage equipment. Holy crap! So I'm saying it's nothing. It just like it came up with offering drainage ditch stuff. It came up earlier with what was the first one it popped up with? A tree, like some type of tree. So even Google Lens can't identify this object in any fucking way. Yeah, this is an interesting one. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing. Did you guys on the radio enjoy that?
Yeah, did you like that?
That's why I didn't show the video earlier. So I guess I'm still going to save that, though, for this afternoon. The video of that space debris in the desert, the big tank being launched, because it is epic. It's pretty epic. What was this bondage equipment again? No, I'm just kidding. Let me save that bookmark. All right, where is... Maybe the story that came with this picture will give me more. Loud bang, SpaceX Dragon. Nothing new. Same story basically that you've already read about it. 15,500 miles an hour. Yep, nothing about the makeup of what it actually is. Huh.
Or why it's hairy?
Mm-hmm.
Garbage.
Garbage. Straight garbage.
Wait, is this another chunk of it? Hold up.
Hold up. Wait.
There's an image gallery with the story. I didn't realize. So we got this one by itself, this one with people posing, and then this one that's apparently smaller piece of it somewhere else.
He's standing on a 6-foot ladder, don't you know? It's all
Thank
about
you.
the angle. Yeah.
Thank you, Logical Joe. And Josh is on fire this morning. I can't keep up. All right, so there we go. Mystery solved. Is it filled with concrete? Wait, what the fuck? Hold on. Where's it? Control. Let's see. What the heck?
It almost looks like it, doesn't it?
Control. That's as big as I can get it.
Space. Look at that. Get the. No.
You can clearly see charring except for right here and here by all this concrete dust on
Where
the
this
top.
concrete is, and these hairy fibers.
It looks like Machu Picchu stones in there.
What are all these? Okay, do y'all see my? Y'all don't see it. It's not on there. Okay, do you see see where his hand is?
Yeah.
The green Band-Aid on his ring finger.
Yep.
Then go to the edge of where the hair starts. Right down from there seems to be a series of straps. You see it? Like you would strap this thing onto something else with like click on like little, like on your fucking backpack, click things.
Yeah. I see 'em.
Am I seeing that, or is it just y'all are seeing that too? Okay. Yeah, space debris, guys.
Look at the perfect circles right there.
15,000 miles an hour. Is that how it landed?
How come this part of the top of this don't look like the top part of the other?
So did it like stick in the ground like a knife? Did it really?
That's a Klingon landing pad thing.
But the top of this picture isn't the same. Well, guys, we're on the radio. This is really not great radio. We're going to stop. We'll look at all this afternoon on our amazing video show. It's called Have No Fear. Have you been there? It's on the YouTube channel, Iron Realm Media. You should be there all the time. Why aren't you? Oh, you are, because you're hearing me talk. Or are you? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. The two images don't match up. The guy standing at this one and the other two don't match up. This one's got straps. Maybe this is the carrying pouch it was all in. It like when you unfold that Mylar balloon stuff, it just kind of pops into shape. Oh my goodness.
I want some Venture Beat. You guys ever heard of Venture Beat?
No.
Data Decision Makers. So this is by Pete Morrison. He says the U.S. Army, not Meta, is building the metaverse. So they're saying that the Army is the one really doing all of this for simulation training. Yeah, in the article, it's talking about that their metaverse, the Army's metaverse, is nobody's come close in terms of progress towards the cloud-supported, scalable metaverse. Like the Army has the biggest metaverse on Earth right now, and they use it for training. Trainees in a tank simulator will see the same trees, bushes, and buildings as the pilot in a connected flight simulator. So, I mean, and they're saying it's like real world pictures almost like. I'm just reading, sorry.
That's fine.
It focuses, it allows soldiers to better train, experiment with systems, and rehearse missions. Accurate representations of large sections of the Earth are needed to accomplish these goals. Therefore, developers are creating high-fidelity digital twin of the entire planet. So there is going to be a metaverse out there as large as Earth. Now, just think about that for a second. I know there's people that have never left their counties. So it's hard to imagine. It's like the number quintillion. It's unfathomable.
Oh, wow. Feels like break might be almost here.
Look at you go.
Yeah,
You're on
break is almost here.
Almost go by 60
Looking
seconds.
at your hand and seeing your hand. Could you imagine that in a computer? That would be like The Matrix. Everybody hooked up to a machine and living, or that movie High Fidelity, stuff like that. Or not High Fidelity, Surrogates.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Hang on. Before we go, breakthrough. I now understand the pictures. Apparently, another farmer nearby, Mr. Miner's neighbor, Jock, also had a piece of space junk on his property. I'm finding in another story.
And his was hairy, too.
And I bet his is the one we saw that was shorter and had the cement in it. Because that one just did not look the same as the top of the other one to me. But in this story, they're talking about who owns it and who gets to keep it. And if SpaceX doesn't want it back because it was supposed to crash and go to the ocean, then they should be able to sell it to a museum and make some money back for their hardships. Anyway, yeah, good luck with that one, guys.
Good luck with that one. Anyway, stick around. We got more coming up right after this fourth and final segment of the Ironworks right here. Truth Frequency Radio, TFR Live. We'll see you right back here in a few seconds.
I learned very young from my parents, absolutely, that you don't try to build a wall. You don't set out to build a wall. You don't say, I'm going to build the biggest, baddest, greatest wall that's ever been built. You don't start there. You say, I'm going to lay this brick as perfectly as a brick can be laid. There will not be one brick on the face of the earth that's going to be laid better than this brick that I'm going to lay in this next 10 minutes. Yeah. And you do that every single day. And soon you have a wall. And I think psychologically, the advantage that gives me over a lot of people that I have been in competition with in different situations is it's difficult to take the first step when you look how big the task is. The task is never huge to me. It's always one brick.
Me too. The reviews for Extendivite are amazing. Here are some from Amazon. September 2018. Extendivite works in keeping my blood pressure in the normal range. I've been using Extendivite for many years now. May 2018. Great product. I use regularly and I rarely get sick. March 2018. This product has relieved what appeared to be angina pain in my chest and shortness of breath after climbing stairs. I'm quite happy about it. February 2018. My husband, son, and I have been using this product for a few months now, and we have noticed an improvement in our joints and blood pressure. Tell us your story. Get Extendivite today. To order, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822, or visit heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Once in a decade, a true story comes along that remembers the future. After 6 Amazon bestsellers, I have completed the epic Birth Trilogy, a true story of Earth. By reading the Birth Trilogy, you will journey with the characters from the origin of Earth to its final destiny in a white-knuckle ride that combines the intrigue of Tom Clancy with the epic scope of Prometheus and Interstellar. You will learn more about the purpose of life, the mystery of death, and the true nature of your soul than you thought possible. The Birth Trilogy is now available on Amazon and Kindle. The audio version is a free bonus when you buy the paperback, so even if you're not a great reader, don't worry about it. I read it for you. Use the Amazon app today and buy the Birth Trilogy, spelled Bearth, or search for my name. I'm Brooks Agnew.
Real people, real radio. Wherever you are, make it TFR. Truth Frequency Radio.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, "Fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again."
And welcome back. Fourth and final segment of the Ironworks, kicking off right now. Still just trying to get over this hairy space debris. I don't know. I just don't know.
Ross said he's going to get in on it. He's going to paper mache him one together so he can cash in on some of the fallen space debris out there.
Just got to make a big investment on black pipe cleaners, it appears.
Mm-hmm.
And ratchet straps. And then just tell people it came screaming in. You found this on your property. I awoke one night to a little bit of a pop, and it came in. And by the looks of it, it came in at about 500 million miles an hour. Bounced off my woodshed and tumbled right here into my garage. It was the damnedest thing. Amazing.
Mike, Stellium7 in the chat. Sir, when I tell you I've been reeling and broken since you got over here with us, man, you just don't know. You really don't. And then seeing the Saturday presentation where you cut the hearts, sir, apart was, another brain breaker. And you saw from the different articles I sent your way that I definitely went deep down that rabbit hole, and I'm still there. And every time I find someone who I haven't exposed your channel or your appearance Friday with us too, I definitely throw that at them and say, okay, you just thought Walt was telling you some crazy shit before. Wait till you read or hear what this gentleman has to say. Yeah, it's been a brain breaker for everybody. Even my brother was going like, oh, this is awesome. I have to get deep on this one. He's down. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. I was just going to ask, did you happen to catch any of Glowbusters last night?
Me? No. I remember I was late to the day, and by the time I got with you, you had already ended it. So you told me y'all were doing some crazy stuff.
Yeah, we showed a video at the very beginning.
Right.
And it was like a man on the street just asking questions. And these people seemed like they were between high school graduates, and some of them looked like they were in their 30s. And the questions that he was asking them, can you name 3 countries besides the United States? They couldn't. Can you tell me what countries border the United States? No. What language do they speak in Idaho? I've never heard of Idaho. What's the capital of Chicago? Los Angeles? These are real people. And they know nothing. If you're traveling 60 miles an hour and travel for an hour, how far have you gone? Oh, I don't drive. This is what our school systems have done to the people. It is working perfectly according to their plans.
But on the flip side, no, never mind. There is no flip side.
No
Never
flip
mind.
side to that. Never mind.
Yeah, never mind. There's really no good side to that. There's no silver lining. I mean, what I was really about to say was maybe this kind of would give some free space in their head to actually putting some true information in now that it's not filled with the Prussian school system's bullshit. But we know the answer to that as we look around the world and see what those same people are doing.
Ah, you're breaking my balls here, huh? You're breaking my balls.
Fuck yeah! America!
How about this? Improve times on Amazon orders because these kids will make perfect workers in an Amazon warehouse. Yep, they're just
Say
going
that
to.
again now.
We will get faster service, faster turnaround time on our Amazon orders because these kids will be the perfect workers in an Amazon warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Gamify how much
You're
stuff
gonna
they
make
can
me
package.
so stand up today, Josh. Good job. Sad but true.
I don't know.
In their, didn't go to school that much later than I was in school.
Wait, did you say in their 30s?
30.
Quit it.
You could not answer questions. Name 2 other countries besides the United States. They couldn't.
See, now I think this is one of those things where they
I'm
spent
like you too, Josh,
6
because
months.
I thought you were talking about I missed somehow the beginning of what you actually said. I think I was coming in to sit down still or something, but I didn't realize he was talking to adults. I thought this was school kids today he was talking to. Holy shit. Yeah.
I'm Ursula. Can you name the Kardashians? Boom, there's this one and this one and this one and this one and this one. And she was so proud of herself because she got all the Kardashians. Like, I'm so smart. She even said that. And then what's the capital of Chicago? Los Angeles? My goodness, what is going on here?
I still don't know if I buy it. I don't know if I buy it.
It seemed legit. It did. I mean, yeah, I thought the same thing too. Like, these have to be actors. Nobody can be this stupid.
Well, this is one of those things where you don't have to be an actor because you're doing a man on the street interview. So all you got to do is show up and say your shit. Just answer it like you'd normally answer it, just with the wrong answer. I mean, it just takes a little bit of confidence. And if you don't,
How many dollar Josh?
Do what?
How many dimes are in a dollar?
I don't know.
100?
I don't drive.
50? Wait, is the dime the 10 or the 5 cent? Which one's the dime? These were their responses. I mean, it's crazy. And yeah, I was thinking just like you, like, no way this is real. These have to be, there's no way.
Man.
They asked questions.
Oh my God.
This one guy stood there for 20 seconds doing math in his head for 3 times 3 times 3. Came up with 6 as the answer. It's scary. They're not teaching these children how to do basic arithmetic. Now you can graduate high school in California and not know how to read. I could take a picture of it with my phone. The phone can translate it to a voice.
You're cutting out for some strange reason.
Yeah, he has been for me almost the whole show.
That's weird. I got full bars. Maybe it's just telling me to shut up.
You might have a setting down in Skype, as I recall. They've got noise cancellation. If you've got it on high, then it might be just ducking you automatically.
It does seem more like a ducking thing, not a connection thing. That's what I thought earlier. The way it was doing when I would talk, it was ducking him.
Yeah, I would check that. Either set it to auto or off. At this early time, you could probably just set it to off and not have to worry too much about the background noise, unless Jaren comes in giggling like a little schoolgirl because he just earned another $75,000 last night.
What's up, Sherry? Making it in, waking up, and getting here in those late times. Glad to have you.
I was really hoping for a strong finish on this show, but I'm just stuck on the hairy space debris. It's just
the space debris got Josh. I feel that it has
burned into my brain as to what the fuck do people think this is.
Well, in different other news, interestingly enough, we caught a 6-foot shark here in Louisiana in a lake over there in Lake Pontchartrain. It happens. It happens often. There's a lot of shark activity in our quote unquote freshwater areas in Louisiana. I think it was a bull shark. Let me go look. Actually, hang on.
Yeah, I've heard of them catching bull sharks as far north as Illinois.
Yeah,
like northern.
Surprisingly large bull shark. Lake Pontchartrain spans 630 square miles, about 12 to 14 feet deep. Longest land bridge with only a 2-inch variation across it, I believe, in elevation. Anyway, let's see. 5 foot 5 inches, took 45 minutes to land that bad boy. He did it on shore. Get the fuck out. Not on a boat. That's heavy duty.
That's how I always fish from the shore.
I'm just saying, catching something that big from the shore, that's a workout. Yeah. That's why it took 45 fucking minutes, dude. Because you can use the boat and wear that bitch out a little bit outside, out in the water. But on land, it's just you and him fighting for 45 fucking minutes.
14-pound brown trout one time. And it was, my forearm hurt so bad.
Yeah.
And it was just minutes of reeling. But good Lord, it was, just on fire. So I couldn't even imagine 45 minutes. You'd be drained, so drained. You'd want to go take a nap. After all that.
I'm sorry. They do say, be careful. These are in the lake, and they are definitely a danger. They're one of the 3 sharks that are definitely human attackers. Great whites, bull sharks, and tiger sharks, all known to be aggressive attackers. 2 shapes they think might be food. So don't be food-like if you're in the water. Try to be as little like food as you can possibly be. Don't swim in murky water. Don't wear shiny or sparkly clothing. And don't be in the water at dusk or dawn. That's when sharks like to feed. Despite all that, it's still, the odds are very small that you might be attacked. There are fewer than 20 deaths globally from all shark species combined during a typical year. So while this is fear porn, don't be afraid. It's just crazy thing.
How could they know that, though? How could they really know that? Somebody goes out in the ocean, they disappear.
They count the fucking sharks, dude. What do you think? I mean, they have an Earth spin board in France. You don't think it's got a shark counting board in Lake Pontchartrain? I'm just being ridiculous.
I've seen people go and pet them and all that kind of stuff, but no, not me. not petting a grizzly bear. I'm not petting a shark. No. Sorry. Didn't mean to step on you there, Walter.
No. I was just kind of perusing the rest of that to see, and there's not much. Sorry, goodness. Not much else.
9.8 feet. Coming in at 15,000 miles an hour, spears itself into the ground. So I was thinking about it. So maybe it had been laying there a while and it had just got some overgrowth and stuff on it. Okay, I made sense to me. But I still couldn't help but think of the positioning. And did it really like stab itself into the ground? And I looked, and sure enough, that's exactly how it was described. 9.8 feet as it spears itself. Coming in at 15,000 miles. What the fuck is this thing made out of that it can come in at that speed and spear itself in not a wrinkle, not a bend, not a bulge, not a dent? It just comes straight in, punk, into the ground like it's cool. Carbon nanofibers? I don't know what the fuck this is. It's a fucking hairy piece of space debris. 15,000 miles an hour, 9.8 feet, speared into the ground. No impact crater. No burnt grass around it. None of the stuff touching it was even heated up enough to scorch or singe. It just, bunk, sticks itself right into the ground. 15,000 miles an hour. And people will just eat this shit up. Sorry. I am just fucking stuck. I don't get it.
Apparently a lady got chomped on a few weeks back there in Big Pine Sailings area, swimming at sunset in a sharky area. No, apparently there for sure. Sorry, not to get off of your space, Josh. I understand the space debris got you.
Don't hippos kill more people than sharks and crocodiles combined?
Most likely.
I heard hippos they get mean. They get, like a mama bear does. You get near one of their young, they're just going to come in. They bite you, not to eat you, just to hurt you, or like they roll on you. They just like lay on you and crush you. But yeah, hippos, I heard, can be very, very aggressive. I don't know if I'd ever want to see like a hippo or a rhino or something like that in the wild. I mean, a moose scared the crap out of me. Mostly because the dogs were around. And I didn't know what they were going to do. But that thing was just enormous. Bigger than a horse. But it's wild. It's not in a pen. I don't know what I would do if I saw something like that. A shark? Ugh, no way.
Shout out to DN. Makes a really good point that people kill more people than any other animal.
Absolutely. Yeah. And apparently heat. Extreme heat is going to kill you. It's going to get hot, apparently.
I hear that's bad for the heart now.
Sir?
We've evolved as human beings so that now heat is enough to give you some sort of arrhythmia and kill you with a bad heart.
Is that the same heart issue that suddenly teenagers are having? Because that's natural. Remember when we were a teenager, how scared of having heart attacks we all were?
Obviously not.
Any minute now that our
because the heat can affect everybody. This just intensifies the danger for teenagers in heat. Hot teenagers are at most risk, I guess.
Yeah, it was never hot when I was a teen. That's why I got through it.
You made it all right, yeah. Well, the good thing is, in spite of some story I just told you guys about a few days ago, I believe, maybe a week and a half ago, despite that, without a doubt, this is scientific. These are the facts about sleeping and napping and how bad it is for you. Or is it that having heart problems makes you nap more. Some health issue related to naps fucking they're bad for you. It's what we heard just a week and a half ago. But apparently now they're good. They're good for you because it's going to be hot. And what they're saying is if we do the old siesta in the hottest part of the day, like you do, then that will save lives. This is a tried and true, tested tradition throughout all parts of the world. A siesta will help you live through these coming hot days. So get ready, everybody, for your healthy, refreshing nap that doesn't have any adverse health effects at all, apparently now. Oh, this fucking roller coaster of crap they keep throwing at us is incredible. For those you don't, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, our whole lives, what was the one thing we were told? You can take one of these a day and it'll help reduce your risk of heart attack. Anybody?
Aspirin.
I believe it would be aspirin.
Now, Cammy just found an article. Aspirin is causing heart attacks. People taking an aspirin a day is now causing them to have. My mom's been taking an aspirin a day for over 30 years. Baby aspirin. Every day. And now they're saying that it causes. Doesn't help. It doesn't in the blood and help prevent heart attack. Aspirin.
And we lost you again, Zach. So weird.
Yeah, you're having some issues, brother, for sure, sound wise. Well, just so you guys understand, the siesta is not a 2-hour nap, 3-hour nap, 4-hour nap. They're not Walt naps. Those are not the ones. You want to take a siesta, it's maybe 30, 35-minute deal. And in parts of the world, Spanish traditionally population, it's about a 35-minute period, no more than that. If you go longer than that, you're definitely threatening to have grogginess, what they call sleep inertia, risking a headache. What else here?
Sleep inertia. I like it.
Sleep inertia, right. So yeah, don't do that. But definitely take you a little quickie. It helps slow down metabolism and regulate in this coming climate change wrought world we are all suffering through.
Climate change.
Wait, what is this?
Notice how it went from global cooling to global warming, and now it's just climate change.
Well, that's because we cut out all the CFCs, don't you know? Don't you know it's the chlorofluorocarbons? And once we stopped with the chlorofluorocarbons and the VO5 hairsprays, well, then the hole in the ozone just healed itself. So now we don't have to worry about a hole in the ozone layer from the chlorofluorocarbons causing the next ice age. We saved Earth already. Now we need to save Earth again from the coming global heat wave that appears to be happening in the global warming / climate change that isn't normal weather climate change. Not changing of the climate, but actual climate change. And much in the same way that it's, like a chemical imbalance in people's brains, even though there's real no baseline to determine what that balance is supposed to be. We just call it an imbalance. They don't have any idea what the weather cycles are. We've only had the technology to really track it for what? At best, 100 years? At best. But to accurately track it, maybe 50? And they're going to tell us what these weather cycles are supposed to be and how much they know about them. I don't know.
When they like to leave parts like, am I coming through better now?
Yes, for now.
Well, they like to leave out the part like, yeah, we used to take the temperature in the shade over here in the place. And now we take it on the asphalt in the middle of an airport. Just little things like that where, yeah, the temperature in that same area is probably going to be a little bit different now because you just moved the location 200 yards. So it's 10 degrees warmer over here than it was in the shade where you used to take your temperature readings.
So yeah, all the data that we get, can we really even trust that, without reading all the fine print, that the data we're reading is, legitimate? Yeah, no. I've come to the conclusion that we could every human in this place could try to destroy the earth. We would end up killing ourselves, and then in 100 years, the earth would be probably cleaner than it is now. The earth has an amazing filter. It cannot destroy it. We can't. Even if we tried and put together an effort to try to destroy this place, we could make it to where we wouldn't be able to live here very well for a little while. But the earth is going to clean itself and fix itself. Yeah. That's my...
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've almost done this thing up. Thank you all so much for being here. Don't forget, here in about an hour, to look out for Dave hanging out with Campbell. Unfortunately, Campbell will not be able to join us later this evening, I guess because he's hanging out with Dave. No, I'm kidding, man. I can't wait to come hang out with you guys. And if it's live, drop that link for us, Dave, for sure. Thanks for the super chat time, and come hang out too as soon as you can. Anybody that wants to hang out this afternoon, you know where we'll be. So hopefully you'll be there too. Love you all. Thank you all.
Much love, guys. Shout out again to everybody there at Rockfin. Andrew B., I see you there.
Absolutely. I dropped a few links for you there, Andrew, as you know. And he dropped a hippo video. Thank you, sir. Epic. All right, love y'all. See y'all later.
And I suspect we should be hearing music any second now. 3, 2, 1, here it comes. Ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a great rest of your weekend. I'm not sure why I don't hear it. Naturally, it's a few seconds late. But we'll see you back here tonight for Have No Sphere, right here on the Iron Room Media YouTube channel. Until then, you guys be good, be well, and have a great rest of your weekend. We love you. Bye-bye.